Let's have some fun, you and I. What's your favorite beer? I'm just gonna go down the list. Different types of this.
My favorite, or
Different
what is
libations.
objectively the best? Because objectively, the best beer is Guinness. And that's not just me saying it, science also says it. Because
Oh,
Guinness is
whatever.
also the healthiest beer. People that drink Guinness on a regular basis actually do live longer.
What was it about lies, damned lies, and statistics?
I'm still a modern man. I occasionally use them when they serve my purposes.
Fine. It's okay. Guinness is the
But
best, in your opinion.
anyone that has had Guinness, I have only occasionally met people that don't like Guinness, that actually actively dislike Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
One is my good friend Sarah, but that's mostly because every beer she's had, for some reason didn't like.
All right, so that's fair.
She just has a natural aversion to beer, which is weird, but I'm not going to hold that against her.
Eh,
That's fine. The other group of people that despise Guinness are just they're just terrible people. I've never met a genuinely good person that hated Guinness as a concept or hated the taste of it.
all right.
So the best beer in the world is Guinness, brewed in Dublin. And by the way, the first batch ever brewed had a prayer of exorcism prayed over it
Oh, nice.
by a priest. And they are still a strong Catholic family owned company.
Okay, then.
And the reason I know this is because my brother told me of somebody that he met once when he was he had a course over in Ireland that he was doing. And one of the other guys, an Irishman that was on the course, had a grandmother who wrote to the company of Guinness. She was a loyal customer of Guinness for 40 years or more. And she wrote to them and said, and basically asked if Guinness was still a properly Catholic company or if it had been given over to the heathens and savages. And they wrote back and said, "We are still Catholic. We still love our Lord, the boy king of the universe. Here's a free 12 pack of the new the new brew that we have out."
Nice.
I think whatever edition I think it was just the label, but it was the anniversary edition or whatever it was. The one with the toucan on it. People will know that.
Oh, I remember that. That was years ago now. I'm old.
That was a few years ago, but she wrote to them asking if they were still Catholic, still held their Catholic beliefs, and still held their, Irish identity. And they said, "Yes, we still have all of those things. Thank you for being concerned. Here is a 12 pack."
There you go. I think for my own choices, I kind of rank
But
them in
after
terms
that,
of
so there's Guinness, and then there's just almost anything brewed in Germany.
okay. Say more about the German side.
I've never had a German beer I didn't like. I don't know what it is. I think the people there they've just been at it for so long. Particularly, it's brewed in German monasteries, and in some cases
What's
Belgian, but Belgium borders Germany, so
Yeah, I'm more familiar with the Belgian side than I guess the German side. So
did last time or at any point when you've visited me, did I ever give you anything from Ondex?
not Ondex. The
I know
three
you
that
and
I've
I
had,
had St. Benedict,
yeah, we've had Saint
which
Benedictus, we've had Westmalle, and I've had Chimay, or we had Chimay.
we have had Chimay is a Belgian, I think.
Okay.
Uh, which is Trappist, which they are the best monks to make beer. Trappists are the best of the monks at making beer. So Belgian or Bavarian Trappists. Not just Germany, but specifically Bavaria, which is in the south of Germany, Nuremberg being its capital. I think. Bavarian and Belgian beers, specifically brewed by Trappists, are among the best in the world. And that's what the St. Benedict is also from an abbey. Ondex is from a Bavarian abbey. in the south of Germany. An excellent, excellent beer. The light beers, the medium, the ambers, and the darks. Not had a single one that I didn't like. I've never had a German beer that I didn't like in general.
Okay.
German or Dutch or Belgian.
Next time I
So
visit you,
that
we'll have to have some of that Onyx. So,
that basic region is where I think, aside from Guinness, but Guinness is a particular it's a particular example and it's a particular exception because every other Irish beer sort of falls short.
yeah, I can't
Uh,
argue. So,
German, Belgian, and Dutch beers brewed in monasteries are the best beers in the world. And I think this kind of goes without saying. You and I agree. IPAs are disgusting.
well, we'll get to bad ones perhaps in a bit.
We'll
But
get to bad ones in a little bit, but what are yours that you have had?
um, so I've kind of can rank mine in terms of we'll call them common beers. So beers that you can get for like $12 or less for a pack at the store, basically. And then
Guinness is
any,
in that. I
any
think Guinness is like $10 for a 6-pack.
Yep, Guinness is in that. So my two go tos in that tier, if you will, are Guinness and Blue Moon, which are two like opposite flavor beers, but they both taste amazing for different reasons, and they taste well mixed together, which I've had multiple times.
Isn't Blue Moon is from Colorado, isn't it?
I don't know who makes Blue Moon.
I want to say that's brewed in Colorado.
Fair enough. Either way, I love Blue Moon. It's the beer I've had the most in my life by a significant margin.
It is very good. I would call that one of the best, at least top 3 American beers.
Yeah, it's in its tier. It's amazing.
It's
And
a
when you get it
distinctly
on tap-
American brand.
When you get it on tap with that orange slice as well, I mean it is
On
perfect.
tap with an orange slice.
It's hard to beat.
The only thing that surpasses it is a Guinness on tap.
Yeah, and I'll have to figure this out because right now the jury's out on this. You can make an argument for Guinness or Guinness Extra Stout. I love both.
Oh, the extra stout is also really, really good. It has, I will say, the extra stout has a little bit more of a bitterness in the back of the throat,
And they advertise it as bold and bittersweet, so that makes sense.
which is, it lives up to its advertising. But, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll have to try both of them again, perhaps side by side, and then make a verdict on that. But both are worthy of it.
Oh, yeah.
When you move into the higher tier, the two that come to mind for me, the two that come to mind to me are Tales of Gold, Dragon's
From
Ale
New
Tales,
Holland, yep.
Tales of Gold from New Holland in Michigan, and Chimay Blue. So I'd have to try the St. Benedict or St. Benedictus one again. That could potentially go up there. But since I can't remember what it tastes like, I can't put it up there. But I can put Chimay Blue up there. That is a worthy choice.
I can agree with you on that. I'll agree with you with the Chimay Blue on principle. The only bottle that I have is going to sit on my shelf and stare at me until I get a book published. Which is why I bought it in the first place. It's my motivation.
It'll be a worthy reward, I tell you. So,
the St. Benedict was very, very good. But if I'm going to compare, so let's do it this way. Chimay is probably the best Belgian Trappist ale, and I think most people probably won't contest that. So why don't we talk about just American beers?
okay.
American ones that we know. I will agree with you about the Blue Moon, and I'll agree with you about Tales of Gold. Tales of Gold is probably the best American beer that I have ever had. And I have had a lot.
It's delish, I tell you.
It is magnificent. And it probably at least goes in my top 5 of beers that I have ever had, period. It can compete at least with most of what I've seen from the rest of the world. And what I've tasted. It won't surpass Guinness, but it can compete with it.
That's coming from you. That's worthy. That is extraordinarily worthy. So, folks, just go get a pack. I know it's $17 for a 4 pack or whatever it is. Just
It's
go
worth
get it.
every cent, and it's actually worth more. You're getting a deal on that.
Hmm.
It's like you're drinking liquid buttered gold.
And if you have problems with temperance, it helps to actually spend more on the alcohol. So,
It helps to spend more. It makes you not want to spend as much as often and get something good and not have as much because it's only a 4 pack as well. So
mhm.
you don't have as much.